Weather Authority alert day still in effect this evening, but it does expire at 7:30 thanks to a critical fire weather conditions throughout the entire viewing area of Southwest Virginia and Central Virginia. And in fact, the red flag warning expires at 8 p.m. this evening, but that does not mean that conditions are going to improve drastically. In fact, we're going to remain dry, we're going to remain breezy, and conditions are going to continue over into tomorrow, even though the red flag warning does expire. Now, the red flag warning does extend all the way up to D.C. and all the way out to Norfolk and Virginia Beach. So much of the state is under conditions right now that you would say are not the greatest or not ideal. And especially as you go up north towards Harrisonburg near Massanutten Mountain, we're actually seeing a couple of fires build out in the northern parts of the state near Shenandoah, Shenandoah as well. So lots of fires in the northern parts of the state. And in fact, a lot of smoke is making its way towards the east. So all this gray area that you see, there's a little bit of smoke out there. So if you're concerned about air quality, we're actually still in the level green. So air quality in Roanoke, across Lynchburg, south side, up in the Highlands and the NRV, still good. So the air quality is not a concern at this moment. What is good news, though, is that the winds are certainly going to be dying down. We've been dealing with this for past 2-3 days. Today's winds actually got up to about 50, some spots 55 miles per hour. So some good news coming our way. Once we get into the overnight hours, once the sun sets in about 10 minutes time, our winds will slowly taper off, and then they'll be breezy on our Thursday. And the setup is very similar. It's been similar the last couple of days. High pressure down to our south and west, low pressure up to our north and east. And so basically with the rotation around high and low pressure, we're just getting these winds funneling in from the north and west. So we've just been on the bad end of things. So that's why we've been windy for the last couple of days. And today, peak winds were gusting at Ingalls Airport at about 55 miles per hour. Clover, Mountain Lake, 51 miles per hour. Over in Blacksburg, where you just saw Thomas talking to some of those students earlier today, they're dealing with wind gusts near 50 miles per hour. And then out the airport right here in Roanoke, winds right about 49 miles per hour. So we've dealt with today, we've dealt with the worst of the wind. That is behind us. So winds are going to taper off hour by hour throughout the overnight. Going into Thursday, they'll be breezy. There will be a couple of gusts from time to time. Then on Friday, our winds will become what they usually are. And these gusts are more so for the high elevated areas, like some of the mountains. Still going to be a little bit breezy out there. All right, let's switch gears and talk about the current conditions at this time. Blacksburg, 58 degrees. Martinsville, still 65. Roanoke, 64. Notice the winds 10 to 25 miles per hour at this time. Elsewhere, Covington, 52. Lexington, 61. Wytheville, 55. And Danville, 68. Dew points still very, very dry. So if you put on chapstick like 3-4 times, it's not sticking. It's not sticking. The chapstick is not working out there. It's very, very dry outside. It's going to stay that way throughout our Thursday as well. Overnight temperatures into the 20s and 30s right here in Roanoke, about 34 degrees across South Boston, 37 in Hot Springs, 26. Rain chances, good news, scattered on Friday, numerous on Saturday. So that's when we'll start to see some of this relief from all of the smoke, all the fires that are popping up is on Friday. As you see, scattered showers start to build in the afternoon and then throughout the overnight by 11 p.m., dealing with possibly even a couple of storms that tag parts of Southside and Lynchburg. And then into Saturday, we're also tracking some rain as well. But low pressure will eventually move out to sea throughout this weekend. And so as we have a look at your extended forecast tomorrow, still dry, still breezy, but all eyes on Friday and Saturday for the rain and the relief from this fire weather that we've been seeing.